One other thing, switching gears, RV, I'm bummed you're not going to be here for it, but Frank, have you seen live yet the Wholeshot King with MC, the King of Supercross? Have you been to one of those events? Like, tell everybody what we got happening this weekend.
No, I would. It was on my schedule to get to Motocross of Nations, and I had a family obligation pop up, so I ended up not making it. So, the second bit of news that I'm going to share with the two of you and your audience, we are getting ready for the inaugural Jeremy McGrath Holeshot King Daytona edition on Friday, February 27th. This will be a free event for our campers. So if you are in the infield and you are camping, this is a free event for our campers. The fan zone is going to open up at 5:30. There'll be a quick practice and qualifying session around 6:30, and the show is going to start at 7 p.m. So we are so stoked to have this opportunity. Being our inaugural, we're not opening it up to the general public. We're not selling admissions. I mean, we've got over 4,000 people that are camping in our infield, though. So it's going to be stuffed. It's going to be a big show. We want to make sure that we get it right and that it's to Daytona standards before we could really blow it out of the water next year. So,
dude, dude, RV, think about that, dude. Yeah. How epic is that going to be for like?
I know. I'm totally bummed. I'm not going to make it once again to race under the lights at Daytona. But just that event alone, I think MC's got something really cool on his hands here for the fans, but also for where I sit, where you sit, RC, where any one of these retired guys that, or any one of us that are retired from professional Supercross motocross that still love to get out there and race our motorcycles. But just a bunch of dudes there mingling, hanging out, joking, giving each other shit back and forth. It's a very low-key, fun event. I did the one at Motocross of Nations, and it was a massive, massive hit. I think that Daytona and the fans that are going to be on the infield, they're going to be blown away, number one. Number two, they're going to leave there with the biggest smiles on their face because they get to see you run at RC. They're going to get to see MC, Damon Bradshaw. I mean, there's a handful of names. Like I said, I'm bummed I'm missing it, but
Pastrana's bringing the RM Zilla, dude.
Yeah, it's a hell of an event. Daytona's going to kick it off for the Wholeshot King, and I believe there's one also at Nashville. I'm hoping to make that one. But yeah, it's something really cool to get us old dudes or us retired guys out in front of the fans, racing for bragging rights.
Yeah, Frank, I am so stoked that it was able to happen at Daytona International Speedway, and you weren't able to be there for Motocross of Nations, but the intimacy level of that event and just how close the fans can get and the camaraderie between all of the guys like RV touched on. It's a way for us to have a great time. It's a fast-paced gig. My people who haven't seen it or haven't been to the event, it's a lot of fun, and it just, elimination round racing, bracket racing, a lot of fun. Like you said, RV, MC has done a great job, and I feel like it's one of those style events that it can only be at iconic events like Motocross of Nations or Daytona Supercross. I think, again, Frank, that is epic that all the infield people that are parking there will have free access, and they will be our fans watching that. I have no doubt. It's going to be on the front stretch? Where's it going to be? I'd heard a couple rumblings of where it's going to be. Where exactly will it be?
So imagine NASCAR pit road. If we're standing there and we're looking up at the grandstands, if we're standing right in front of the driver introduction stage, that's where the gate is going to be. And then the bikes are going to head west down towards NASCAR turn 1. So it should be a pretty iconic shot of the riders lining up at the gate and having Daytona on the tri-oval kind of being the background. And then where we have the Roost grandstand set up, that's where our infield campers are going to have an opportunity to sit there and take in the show.
Nice.
That's going to be epic. That's going to be epic.
It's going to be fantastic. Well, I know you got a busy week, Frank. On behalf of Title 24, RV and I, and all of our partners and our fantastic loyal fans that we have listening to us and watch us each and every week. Thank you for everything. First and foremost, again, and I mean this sincerely. I mean, outside of business, we have a great relationship, but you've done an incredible job. How you're able to move the needle and the shows that you put on, no matter what form of racing it is, you've done a great job and never change. And we're going to have an incredible Daytona Supercross. So again, thank you for coming on today, my friend.
Now, Ricky, coming from you, that I can't tell you what it means to me. It means a ton. What you mean to Daytona, being our partner, designing the course, the amateur racing that'll start on Sunday, as well as I want to thank all of the fans listening as well, voting your course that you designed as the #1 course that they are anticipating this season. So doing things like the Wholeshot Kings and hanging the jumbo screens, like we just got to continue to get out there and earn it and be out there with the race fans. And we're stoked to watch that gate drop on Saturday night and have some fun.
Well, we appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much, and have a great week. And we'll see you in a few days' time, my friend.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, Frank is so cool. Like RV, like when we deal with him, outside of what we were just talking about, I mean, that guy is his visionary and just his willingness. And again, I wasn't blowing air up his skirt by any stretch of the imagination. Dude, that guy he's so receptive to ideas, and I don't know, he's fun to work with. One of those guys.
No, RC, man, that is a monster operation there at that Daytona facility with all the different events they run, and then coming into Supercross there. Yeah, so it's a massive facility, probably one of the greatest places to race because of, like I said, how big it is and everything that Daytona and the Speedway has to offer. Super bummed I'm not going to be there this year, but hopefully next year.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.